Yeah, I think our goal each and every week is to see how much better we can get from week to week, and we got to continue to do that day by day. Doesn't matter if it's from NC State to ODU, from ODU to Campbell. We got to continue to get better and improve each day, and then that's in all phases of the game: run defense, pass defense, rushing the passer, tackling. There's so many fundamental things that you're nowhere near where you want to be, so you got something to go take care of each day, and that's kind of our motivation every day. Is how much better can we be this week than we were last week? How much better can we be on Wednesday than we were on Tuesday? You know, and challenge the guys after practice. How much better can we be tomorrow than we were today, or tomorrow than we were last Thursday? So that's kind of how we look at it, how we approach it, and how we want to go attack those things.
Coach Houston seems really focused on elimination of the cheap stuff, as he calls it.
Yeah.
How's the secondary responding to that challenge this week?
Good. I think our whole defense has. You know, they don't obviously not proud of those situations and those moments, and none of us are. And that's not the type of defense we are. I think we had 13 or so series the other night, and 10 of them played pretty well, and 3 of them we didn't. And you know, defensively, you make a mistake, it's going to cost you. You know, sometimes offensively, you make a mistake and you punt the football, and you know, whatever it is, you're off the field. Defensively, you make a mistake, you know, you turn a guy loose, and he's going to end up in the end zone. So it can cost you points right there. And you know, we know we're better than that, and that's kind of the disappointing thing for us, and just pulling the thumb. And we all got to pull the thumb. You know, it's not just in the secondary; it's the pass rush up front. It's me as overlooking it all. And it's our coaches. It's everybody that pulls the thumb and say, "Hey, how can we get this thing fixed? How can we do a better job? How can we keep points off the board, and be proud of it when we walk off the field?" You know, not only the W. You know, it's always when you get wins, you got to celebrate them, because we know how hard those things are to come by, and we got to be proud of those. But we also want to walk off and feel proud of our performance.
Does that kind of show how much the standard has risen? That I mean, y'all do hold them to less than 300 yards, but still, you feel like there's a lot to improve.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, you know, 2 years ago we've been doing jumping jacks. We held somebody to 300 yards and 21 points. I mean, we'd be all fired up about it, but that's not the standard of our defensive guys, and that's not the standard of our defensive room, and what Coach Houston has, you know, set and put forth. And you know, we can be better. We can be better if you know, if our best is, you know, is out there and it happens to be 21 points and 300 yards, that's fine. But I think we can play better than we did last Saturday, and that's what we're striving for. And that's the goal, the mindset of our guys, and that's where they develop this thing too.
Campbell's offense stayed has a much different quarterback than what y'all seen the last few years. So what type of challenge does that create?
Yeah, Hodge is a really athletic quarterback. When I was at Kennesaw State in 2019, I got to see that firsthand, and he's as athletic as a quarterback we played. It's the biggest offensive line as we've played so far. They're huge. Really good tight ends, really good receiver. The tailback does a really good job back there. So we got to lock in, and you know, as we talked about, how much better can we get each day? Focus on us. Obviously, focus on our opponent, making sure we take care of Hodgins, keep him in the pocket, and make him be a quarterback back there. But be aware that he really ain't a whole lot different than Jack Chambers a year ago. He can hurt you in those same ways. So he's got our full attention, our full respect. And, you know, we got to do a great job tackling him, and do a great job if he starts scrambling and scramble rules, you know, holding on those receivers and getting him on the ground, chasing him down. So got our hands full. It's going to be a tough job. Yeah, so Ryan Stubblefield has been Hodge in practice, and it's a really good look. You know, he's doing, and I think he's having a lot of fun with it too. He gets to be a little bit of a gunslinger and run around and make all kinds of plays, and he's enjoying that. But it's been a really good look for us. And you know, sometimes you worry about simulating the same look you're going to get on game day, and I think he's done a really, really good job of simulating the look we're going to get on game day. And, you know, that's really a shout-out to our whole scout offensive team. I think our offensive line as a scout unit is as good as they've been since we've been here. And I think that's helping our defensive guys prepare for Saturday. So we always talk to those guys like, hey, don't think you're just you're a scout guy, blah, blah. You have a huge role. Sometimes those guys have a bigger role than maybe a guy that only plays 10 snaps a game, because they're preparing guys that are going to go out and play on Saturdays to go win a ball game. So they've done a great job in just, you know, preparing us each week and getting us ready to play a ball game.
2 weeks in, are you pretty happy with where the tackling's been? I know sometimes it can be an issue early in the season.
You always worry about it early in the season, and I think you can improve on it. You know, thankfully it's been better in practice and in the games than it has in practice. Sometimes in practice it's a little sloppy, but you know, you always want better. That's probably the best way to say it. I think we can always do better. I think we missed one there on the second to last drive on a run. We're a little bit in a pass defensive mindset there, and they pop off a little run in there for about 10 yards, 8 yards, and you missed that one. There's a few others you missed. I think week one. We missed a couple tackles that you got to improve on. So we got to keep improving on that and doing a better job of getting our feet under us, getting our feet to contact. Do a better job wrapping up and then getting everybody to the party.
What are some challenges of going against an offensive line with size like that? Like, are you trying to replicate the size or just how they move?
Yeah, we can't replicate. I think he's 6. I think the kid from this transfer from Wake Forest is 6'8". Somebody said 385 is what one of the scouts said, and they gave him listed 355. And the other tackles, 6'7", way over 300 too, and all up front. You have a game plan of just like, hey, listen, this guy's huge. You're not going to necessarily be able to just run around him. The time you run around him, you're going to be way past the quarterback, and that's not what you want to do against this kid. You got to make sure you keep him caged in, so to speak. So you practice it, you work it the best you can, and we do have some length on our scout team there. Some guys I think will be really good players in the future, so that helps. But you just kind of got to coach it up, talk about it, and it's hard to replicate that size, for sure.
We talked to Jack Powers earlier this week. What has he kind of meant as an older transfer coming into the program?
Man, I can't say enough about all the transfers that we have, and Jack's one of them, and just the experience they bring and the mindset they bring. Because they're all about business. They're not here to go downtown and have a good time. They've lived those years. They've been 19 and 20 and 21. I think Chance just turned 23 today. So that tells you about where they're at mindset-wise, where they're at in their career. They're all about coming in here and helping East Carolina win a championship and win football games. And Jack's been one of those guys, and and his energy he brings too. He's got an excitement for the game. He's got true passion, and just kind of and he's really gelled in well with our guys. None of those guys that came in have been me guys. Hey, this is how I'm going to do it. This is I. They've all been about team, and you always worry about that with transfers. Because you might get a guy that wasn't happy somewhere else, and he comes in here and he's all about him, and you see why he wasn't happy somewhere else. But these guys that we've been very fortunate that they've done a great job of just being all about the team and doing what they can do to help win games.
It's kind of really refreshing hearing so many negative things about the transfer portal and seeing how it can be a benefit to the kids who get an extra year or two.
Yeah, it's really worked out for us, and I know there's different opinions out there, whether you should have it, we shouldn't have it, the window, how many years you should have, all that kind of stuff. So I don't get into all that. I'm just thankful for the guys we got, and it certainly worked out for us in a positive way. And I think that's kind of the future of college football. I mean, it's going to be, the free agent windows or the transfer portal windows in December and in May are kind of be like free agent windows, and you got to do a great job of checking all your boxes, making sure there's no red flags on a young man, and make sure that if you bring him into your locker room, that he's going to fit into your locker room, that you're not bringing a guy in there that can, divide your locker room or tear it apart, and he can add to your team. So not only on the field, but also just in the locker room as well.